Factor by grouping is a pretty fun way to factor. When you're given a 4-term expression, splitting the terms into groups to factor out the GCF is the way to go. And you are going to need 2 different colored highlighters for this video lesson right here. 2 different colored highlighters. Okay, we want to factor x squared minus 5x minus 3x plus 15. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recognize that I've been given 4 terms. I'm going to highlight the first 2 terms in one color and the second 2 terms in another color. Then I'm going to look for the GCF. The GCF of x squared minus 5x is x. So I'm going to factor out an x, which is going to leave us x minus 5 in parentheses. Now, this next term starts with a negative. So this green highlighted terms starts off with a negative, which means you're going to factor out a negative. So we definitely have a negative coming out. What goes into both negative 3x and positive 15? A negative 3. So we're going to take that negative 3, factor it out, which is going to leave us x minus 5. So let me show you. Factoring here. We factored out that greatest common factor of x, so that x went to the outside, factored out negative 3. Negative 3 came to the outside. Positive 15 divided by negative 3 gives us that negative 5. Now we have 2 terms again. Now we went from 4 terms to 2 terms. So here's one term, x times x minus 5, and here's another term, negative 3x times x minus 5. Now, what do these 2 terms have in common? Now we're going to factor another GCF out. These 2 terms have x minus 5 in common. So we factor out the x minus 5. See, we're going to factor that out. That goes to the outside. What's that going to leave us? Well, we're going to have 2 terms. This first is going to be x, and then this second is going to be negative 3. So this factors to be x minus 5, x minus 3. You might recall this because this is a way of factoring that I'm sure you've factored in the past. Let's try another. Here we go. ax plus ay squared plus bx plus by squared. Go ahead and press pause. See if you can factor this by grouping. Use 2 different colored highlighters. Come on back and check your answer. Okay, first I want you to check to make sure that you highlighted appropriately. That's important in your notes. Then I want you to make sure that you showed your work appropriately. A times the quantity x plus y squared plus b times the quantity x plus y squared. Then, between those 2 terms, you factored out an x plus y squared first. This is called factor by grouping. So if you do this properly, x plus y squared is going to be first in your work and in your answer, because you see that you're factoring that out, and then what you're left behind with is a plus b. Now, if you have a plus b times x plus y squared, you're seeing it a little bit differently. This is how you should see it. Look at that. This is how you should see it. Okay. This is still a correct answer. Still correct. But you're seeing it not the way that I'm hoping that you'll see it. Okay, as you can see here, we're going to work with cubes in our next video.